We are at Heritage Center and we have Mr. Kannan with us. We will be asking him some questions about you, sir. When did you join? And
I joined in 1965. This is a bit of a story behind that. I was denied engineering when I finished my pre-university in 1962 because of the lack of physical structure, physical stature, because I was not muscular, I was not tall. So I was told that I cannot do engineering. I was really disheartened. I went into science. I did my BSc in chemistry. After I finished my chemistry, a second chance came. They opened up this 3-year BTech stream in IIT Madras. I applied for it, and based upon my marks in chemistry, I was able to get in. It was also a redeeming feature for me because once I joined the IIT for a bachelor program, I was able to prove myself by getting the first rank in chemical engineering in the second year and also in the third year. I felt really good about that. And to cap it all off, I continued on to do masters in technology, MTech, in chemical engineering. I also got the highest mark for all the disciplines, so I was able to get the Sengupta Award. That was a redeeming feature for me for engineering.
that's really great, Sydney. And how was your experience at IIT?
I joined Jamuna Hostel. That's where I was. That was the last built hostel at that time. That was the only place we could get in. And I had a bunch of good friends, and we developed good camaraderie. And we used to go to coffee at 8 o'clock at night, just before the periodical exam. After seeing what the exam was about, at 7:30 on the board, we all make a beeline to the coffee place, drink coffee, come back and read till midnight for the next day exam. That's the way it was. Another nice feature of IIT Madras, I remember, is the Knick-Knack restaurant. After every exam, I used to go with a bunch of my friends, go there for coffee. Those two are really, really memorable experiences for. Then, of course, the open-air theater. Every Saturday, every Friday night, it's an open-air theater movie. I will see the movie, sleep overnight at the hostel. Next day, I'll go home for the weekend at home and come back on Sunday evening.
You used to live in Tamil Nadu.
I lived in Chennai, but I was in the hostel. That's the only way. They did not allow day scholars in that particular period.
Any advice that you want to give guidance to it?
No, I think all it is that you got to follow your path. Even after finishing the master's, although I got a job, my focus was on doing PhD. And although the job I joined, Engineers India Limited, they offered me the opportunity of continuing my PhD. They couldn't get the lab ready in time. So I gave it up and applied for foreign university, got it, and went there just to do PhD. My goal was to do PhD. So all it is, you have to have a goal in life. If you have a goal in life, you can focus all your efforts toward that. If you don't know where you're going, you do not know what path to take.
How was your experience at your foreign university? And how was your experience at your foreign university?
Foreign university, I think, that was a major experience because I went from a city that was plus 30 degrees C in the daytime to a city that was minus 25 when I went. That was like taking you and putting you into a freezer. On top of that, there is a cultural shock. The way people behave there is quite different from here. Then there's a language shock. It's the same language, but the way they speak is different. So you don't understand. One of the main things we all notice is that as Indians, we tend to talk too fast. We don't slow down and make it clear to the other person what you're talking about. Every single word has to be separately pronounced. You don't combine them. That makes it difficult. I learned it the hard way. But people always say, come again, come again. What was that? No. I think I told her about that, the masters I got. That was the winning crown on my head. But when I thought about how I was denied engineering and got back in, that was fully satisfying. Okay. One thing is, though, you can never tell what the future holds for you. You should not get disheartened by what is happening today. Today will pass, but tomorrow will come. But things will always brighten. You got to have that attitude, then you'll keep on going. Otherwise, you'll go into a hole that will be your end. So keep up your hope, keep up your focus. You will get to where you want to go.
He just repeated With the professor,
Well, Venkateswara was the chairman of the Department of Chemical Engineering, and I only recall two or three professors. I recall P. Bimes were wrong, and he taught us thermodynamics. And there was Y.B.G. Verma. He taught us chemical kinetics. And then there was Nagarajan, who taught us stoichiometry and things like that. Those three sort of stand in my memory very well. I had a close relationship with Dr. Verma. He really was very instrumental in my thinking beyond what I studied. He even made me write a couple of articles that he can work on, so on. Very nice, very nice. I even wrote a eulogy for him, but somehow it never could get posted in the campus magazine.
who were the players in the campus?
Sorry?
Hostel life, damn it.
Hostel life, I told you. The interesting is we were all too focused on studies. But I knew there were other kids that were just partying and everything, but we did not participate in that. For us, we had a bunch of close 4 or 5 friends. We used to go for walks all the time, and we used to go for coffee and dinner together. And Friday night, we'll probably take the bus and go to the theater for a movie and come back to a restaurant called Shanti Vihar, where we used to have nice food and then come back home. And that is fresh in my memory. That was the hostel life. And of course, hostel life is the open air theater. I told you the movie, and next morning on Saturday, I go home and come back. I always used to carry a whole bag of books to study and bring it back. Everybody noticed that. That was good. Overall, it was a memorable experience. It changed my life. There's no question about it. If I didn't do BTech in chemical engineering, I would have gone on to do MSc in chemistry. The life would have taken a completely different turn. I wouldn't be here to talk to you about that. So you never know where the future will take you. You got to follow your gut, your goal, and have focus. You'll get there for sure. Everybody will get there.
Do you miss the wildlife over here or the town?
Wildlife, I think, fortunately, wherever I went, we lived in a place where there was wildlife. We went to a place called Penawa, Manitoba for my first work job, and there were bears at our backyard, leave alone deer and fox and things like that. The place where we live now, we see all kinds of exotic animals. The other day I saw a porcupine at the back of my house, which I rarely see in the wild. We see coyote all the time. So somehow there is a kind of a connection between us and the natural wildlife. So we've been maintaining that. Very nice, very nice. But IIT would always stay fresh in my memory. It was a formative years for me. It changed me. I changed my life, my path. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
That's so nice with you, Zai.